Marvel flopped. Fuck that. All right. What's good? KD360 and Memba again. If you're
Yo,
wondering why I sound so energetic now, it's not because Marvel flopped. It's because I have it's not good to want to see a game flop. It's a lesson learned for the developers so they can improve on the next release. We shouldn't wish ill will upon them. So
say that to the people that are shitting on the game left and right.
you're right, you're right. But yeah, so the numbers came in. Uh Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, number 19 for downloaded games on PSN. UK, the game reached number 12 in terms of sales. That's not good. And in Japan, only sold a measly 8,000 copies first week. Uh, that that is very unfortunate, but it's clear why it happened. We were given a mediocre presentation. We were told, "Oh, your poster boy Wolverine and the rest of the X-Men and Fantastic Four are gone. You need to accept it." We were told, the roster, we have less of a roster than we did before. Accept it. You're getting DLC characters at launch for how much are they? $8 a pop.
I don't even know.
Eight
I have
dollars,
no.
or I believe it was $8. Accept it. Two two characters from Capcom, four from Marvel DLC. We were told accept this. We got mobile game looking graphics and Chun Li's face looked like a train wreck, and we were told to accept it. And people really thought this game was gonna sell. They thought
Mm-mm.
bringing back some old classic hype drama was gonna make the game sell. Like this is what happens. The Capcom fan base, they have accepted mediocrity. They have defended mediocrity as if Capcom is an actual person. And this is what's wrong with gaming. You get to know the faces behind the game, and next thing you know, you're just damage controlling it. And eventually, there's going to be a period of time where you don't have this anymore because you keep defending this mediocrity. The games are going to keep flopping, and then soon Capcom won't have the money to keep making these games, and then you're going to be like, wow, we should have complained about this and that to help them improve. Nope, just accepted it. Anyways, I've rambled on enough. Say your pieces on it.
It was expected, to be honest. Even though they polished the game up before launch to make it look a little better. That first real I don't care about first impressions, but first impressions when it comes to gaming is really important, especially for the casual audience. People that aren't the hardcore fans of a game, the ones that just want to pick up and play the game and have fun with it, all that kind of stuff. Like first impression is really important to them, and that's where you're gonna get most of your sales from. It's a casual audience, not the competitive gamers, not the ones that are loyal to the franchise because the game might be fun or whatever. Like these guys are the ones that are gonna give you what's gonna it's gonna increase your numbers and sales for the game. And if you don't appeal to them, then that's pretty much it. Like first of all, let me just say that you announced the DLC as soon as you announced the game. You announced the season. You pretty much announced the DLC pack as soon as the game got released back on the play. As soon as the game got announced back in the PlayStation experience expo whatever back in December. That was that was strike number one, at least for me. Strike number two is showing us those awful character models and like character character face models like for
Terrible.
Don Chun Li, Dante, Captain America. Just they looked awful. Iron Man looked disgusting when they first showed us that story trailer or whatever. And
Accepted.
on top of that, you didn't want to bring back nostalgic characters. Marvel vs. Capcom Marvel vs. Capcom favorites, characters that go down in the Marvel vs. Capcom legacy, like the X-Men. You didn't want to bring back freaking
In all
characters
fairness, they
like
couldn't.
I mean, they couldn't because Marvel was like, no, we want to promote these characters for our Marvel Cinematic Universe. You got to promote Gamora.
And
We got to promote. We got to freaking promote Rocket Raccoon. We got to promote fucking
and Fox owns the rights to the X-Men.
and Fox owns the rights to the X-Men. So I mean, they couldn't do anything about that. That was I think out of all of out of all that that might have been like reason number one or reason number two why the game did not sell as well. The popular characters that people wanted weren't there, and Marvel vs. Capcom is all about building that dream team, having that legacy roster, and Capcom and Marvel have a huge legacy when it comes to this series of being able to build your team from your favorite characters from Marvel and Capcom and just bringing it together and just doing a whole bunch of crazy stuff and just having fun. But with all these characters that aren't included that people love so much, it really makes it hard for people to want to play a game with characters that they don't really care about and characters that they don't really enjoy, and it really sucks that that has to happen. And me, I'm a Marvel fan. I fucking love Marvel. I think the series is fun as hell, even though it is busted to no end, and it's completely crazy. I love playing it. I think it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun just doing a whole bunch of crazy stuff, but I miss my X-Men characters, and I don't know what Fox is doing. Just let us use the characters for the game, but
Those licensing are probably super heavy.
yeah. So
Capcom was like, we ain't paying.
it really sucks, but Capcom's ended a roster. Still, like let's talk about that.
Oh yeah,
Like
yeah, that's an injustice too. Monster
that.
Hunter should have been a launch character. Like the goal is to get people excited for the game. Why would you make a character like Monster Hunter or Sigma DLC?
Especially Sigma. Like Sigma's already in the Sigma's a main villain in the story.
Like, did they forget what the main seller for Ultimate Marvel 3 was? It was Phoenix, right? But he's
Yeah,
nowhere to be found in Infinite. Watch, I bet they're saving him for Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. It's gonna be like him or Edgeworth. Be like, yep, you can play as him. Like, where's Amaterasu?
there's Beautiful Joe.
Like, where's Beautiful Joe? How are you
Where
gonna
is
take the?
where's Wesker?
You're really taking favorites out of the game.
Where's Virgil? Where's Stars Jill? Where's Leon Kennedy? Where's freaking Firebrand? Really? You brought back Firebrand, but not
Arthur,
Stars Arthur?
Hagar.
That's people like Hagar, but I don't like Hagar. Freaking Frank West is cool. I mean, yeah, I like Frank, but it's no Stars Jill. You put back Chris Redfield over Leon Kennedy. Freaking
Like they could have shown like
no
so much.
Virgil
They could have shown like
Wesker,
so much diversity for their franchises by adding some of these characters, but they were like, nope.
and also characters that weren't even in Marvel 3 that they could have brought over to Infinite. Like Captain Commando's another favorite. He's a classic favorite. Freaking people
But
love
you want
Jin.
you want Cable back. But where's
No,
Sentinel? Oh wait,
yeah,
X Men. I'm sorry.
X Men.
Yeah, freaking.
Freaking no Doom. Oh my god, I love Doom, man.
Oh dude.
I love Doom. No Jin. No, none of those cool characters. I think Marvel 2 had like the coolest roster in terms of like variety. That roster was freaking sick, even though a lot of those characters were garbage. Um,
I thought it was funny that they tried to have that WWEX IGN event to try and promote the game.
it's-
That didn't work, but it was funny to watch.
I want some of those characters back from Marvel 2. I want Jin. I want Hayato to be good. I want Captain Commando. I don't know about Cable. Cable was my nightmare. I hate Cable. So playing against Cable is a nightmare. Uh,
At, le-
Deadpool. Yo, give me
at
Deadpool. I
least we
love
got
Deadpool.
Mega Man. Watch Capcom come out and be like, "We gave you Mega Man. Why are you still complaining?"
I know, right?
Characters
Jeez,
are just function.
but yeah, just at the end, this overall to sum it up, the presentation, the first impression of the game was awful, and even though it did get a little better towards launch, there's still some things. There's still the main things that a lot of people aren't buying the game because the roster is just so lackluster, so mediocre, and it's mainly it's Capcom's fault, but at the same time, they couldn't do anything about bringing back the X-Men characters for the Marvel roster because Fox is just has that contract. They're just locked behind that contract. They can't do
I
anything
feel
about it.
like
Oh
I feel like if they couldn't get the rights to those characters, they shouldn't have even made this game. Like it's
yeah,
nice to have, but it wasn't gonna sell. It was doomed.
yeah, I can see what you mean, but it's
But then again,
I
I feel
don't
like
know.
if they presented it better, like way better, as compensation, and they changed the roster around a little bit, it could have had a chance.
If they presented it better, added more characters to the roster, more characters that people wanted, excluding the X Men characters because that's not a thing right now. I'm not talking about X Men characters. I'm just talking about characters from the Capcom side that people love, and more characters from the Marvel side that they could have added that people like. If they did that and promoted and presented the game better at first, then the game would have hit. The game would have had oh my god, the game would have had a higher number in sales in this past month. Not even month, this past 3 weeks. But
I wonder how much it sold on disc. Like they haven't brought out the disc numbers yet, but I'm pretty sure if everything else was low, then the disc sales have got to be pretty low.
the disc sales has I wonder what's lower, the disc sales or the downloads for on PlayStation 4.
I'm thinking disc sales are probably like around, probably way off. I'm thinking like somewhere between 300, 500,000.
And jeez,
That's it.
it sucks to see them even though they
They said
brought
they were expecting to sell 2 million.
I already knew that wasn't gonna happen. But dang, it sucks. I love Marvel, but it just didn't go the way that they wanted because of the presentation and the lackluster roster. That was the main thing.
Like, what is Capcom thinking when they put these games out? It's okay to be mediocre.
It's
How
first
is
of all
it?
Cap. It's because it's you want to know why? At some point, Capcom was like well, not the great, but it was deemed as like the biggest franchise for fighting games at some point because they had like all the sick fighting games. Everyone loved it, right?
Yeah.
And then now, since they got so comfortable with that, I guess they just decided to just throw out their shit. They just wanted to rush everything.
Yeah,
Like
I think,
Street Fighter 5 was the main thing. Like they rushed the shit out of that game.
and I know they said they're just really confident in their plans to just pump people full of DLC.
I mean, it's working. Look at Street Fighter 5. Look at they get so much money off of DLC costumes.
Yeah,
It's ridiculous. It's disgusting actually.
it
And I
is.
haven't bought a single deal. I have not bought a single DLC costume on that game. Well, actually no. I bought you two because you asked for two. I bought you the Mika costume and I bought you some other costume. I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember what the other costume
I think
was
it was some
either.
Ibuki costume.
Oh yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
I never bought any DLC costumes for myself. I bought one. I bought two for Katie because he asked for them because I think it was his birthday or something. And I was like, okay, I'll just do it. I bought the stages though because I wanted those cool stages. I wanted the Ring of Pride and the Ring of Honor stages, which I thought was really sick. So I got those. But I did not buy a single DLC costume for myself because I didn't want them that bad. I didn't want to pay up and there's a lot of cool DLC costumes too, but I'm not gonna waste a whole bunch of money on them. I'll use the default costumes.
They're really confident, milking their fan base, eat everything up. Like
Capcom's not the biggest franchise for fighting games anymore. It has to be Arxis at this point. Arxis is so good.
as popularity contest, they'll just be like Street Fighter, like freaking James 10 talking about, oh, if we don't have Street Fighter 5, the FGC will die.
Nah,
Fam, if we had welcomed Smash in with open arms, but then again, I don't want Melee headlining the FGC. I'd rather it be Smash 4, but like at this point, from an objective point of view, I feel like Dragon Ball Fighters. should be the one headlining because it's a game people are the most excited for. Like Street Fighter Five, it's only Capcom people. Dragon Ball Fighters is gonna do crazy no when it comes out.
It is.
But like, is that gonna be the main game at tournaments? No, because it has to be Capcom. It has to be Street Fighter. Uh, Whatever, man. Marvel flopped. Let's see what DLC Capcom actually isn't the only DLC for Marvel Infinite right now. Characters.
That and those
Oh yeah, no, the costume.
can you even get those anymore, or was that just no? There's some costumes you
Yeah,
can get.
it's like there's a bundle. Yeah, some of the costumes I think you can get separate, and then there's like they have like bundles where you get the game with with the specific costume of your choice. But people keep mistaking it for a $60 costume because they don't mention that it comes with the game.
Yeah,
But
that's
yeah, there's not much DLC for Marvel Infinite right now, but that's probably why it's called Marvel Infinite because they're probably gonna give you a ton of DLC for the
and
game.
also the first half of this year's DLC characters are coming out sometime this month. By the way, Sigma, Black Panther, and Monster Hunter are coming out. I think sometime this month. I think it's the 19th or something like that. They're
I
coming out
wanna
pretty soon.
I wanna see more footage of Monster Hunter.
I want to see more footage of Sigma.
And Sigma looks hella big.
I
Like, oh
know
my
he's
god, what the heck?
huge.
He still shouldn't have been DLC.
No, he shouldn't have.
That
He
was
really shouldn't have.
trash. Yo, they really want me to play this game though. They need to add Francisca as a playable character.
They're not gonna add Francisco.
I know, but like, I feel like she would be such a cool character to have in the game though.
Oh yeah.
But they probably won't add her. They'll probably add Edgeworth first.
Add in Manfred.
Oh my god.
Manfred von. I think that was his name. Was it Manfred von
Yeah,
Karma?
yeah, it was Manfred.
Freaking
They add
god.
the judge.
Yo, that'd be so sick. The judge.
Or they just have Maya as their own character. Oh, crazy.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, like
I would
how
want that.
like
Add in Asura. You know how many people are
yeah,
asking for that
yeah,
character?
dude. Like every video I've seen, people are like, "Where's Asura?
So
Where's
many
Asura?"
people are asking for Asura as a playable character. I want Asura as a playable character. He's overdue. He's overdue as a playable character. He should be in Street Fighter and Marvel.
The heck? Ugh. Are they gonna keep making Marvel games?
That's a good question.
I feel like if they're not gonna give us. If they're just gonna keep giving us this mediocrity, but as long as there's DLC for you to buy, they ain't doing. Remember, Marvel vs. Cap or Function versus Function Infinite DLC. That's what
Mhm.
the game is really called. Probably why they kept all those cool characters out. They probably think you'll buy all of them again. Pay for Wesker, Virgil, Amaterasu, Beautiful Joe. They're gonna make you buy all of them.
I want Phoenix right, but
I do too.
I want Storm. I know people hate. I love Storm. Oh my god, I love. Give me Storm, Gambit. Give me all the X-Men characters from Marvel One and Marvel Two, or from Marvel
Hey
Two and
yo,
Three.
Tunes.
X. Oh my god, Storm is such a sick character. Even though people hate her, I love Storm.
Why is Green
So
Goblin not playable? My God. Ugh. So much. The game has infinite potential, but they want to give you infinite DLC instead. Yeah, that's all I really have to say about this.
yeah, that's all I
It's
really have.
like it's not that hard to figure out why this game flopped. It was mediocre. It got what it deserved. The gameplay is cool, but presentations Yeah, that's a wrap. Skady 360. Memba,
Remember.
if you enjoy this, subscribe. If you're a dedicated Capcom fan and what we say makes you feel some type of way, then go somewhere else. Just make sure to like the video before you leave.
Wow.
anyways, but anyways, yeah, that's it.
Later.